wasn't anything really special. I mean, it was just a day. I felt like I wasn't very present with the shift. I felt like my mind was wandering into a lot of different directions, and that's hard when that happens at work, because I try to leave my personal stuff like at the door, and I try to just go into work mode and focus. It's been a hard week. Therapy yesterday was heavy. It was good, but it was heavy. I have hour sessions pretty much with my therapist, and she looked at me and asked me if we could add another day in for the weeks, because she thinks that right now I have a lot going on, and she told me that she doesn't think that I'm doing all that well. So I agreed to add a day. She looked at her schedule, and we decided on Tuesdays at 1, which is good because I also see her on Thursdays at 1. So it'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock. And she told me that if I run out of stuff to talk about or whatever, that I can always shorten one of the visits or both of them or whatever. But I had to change my adult schedule on Tuesdays just by a tad, like 15 minutes, I think. I don't think it'll be a huge deal, and honestly, I don't really care. I think that self-care comes first sometimes. I mean, I need to be able to pay my bills, and I want to be a responsible employee, but I also need to be able to squeeze in the appointments and get the help that I need too. Because then, without these therapy appointments, there could be no more me. I don't mean to sound graphic, but the reality is that the therapy appointments right now are helping me float along. They give me something to kind of look forward to in a sense. Holds me accountable, because I don't just not show up for appointments. I don't feel like that's responsible. I don't like things happening to me when I go to work and people don't show up, so I don't want to do it to a therapist. I'm feeling emotional, just because I had shared the news last Monday with my dad, and I don't really feel like it's sunk in for him. I haven't really gotten a real acknowledgement about anything, and I guess my expectations are set a little high, thinking that he would call or reach out to me somehow. So I don't think that it's something that he feels comfortable talking about. I don't think he's processing stuff still and just waiting. I just don't think that he wants to really acknowledge it, is the sense that I'm getting. I did speak to him on the phone briefly this morning about something completely unrelated. It was about a family member that had contacted me about something, and I just wanted him to check in with them. So, and he was definitely using, female pronouns and stuff. So, I mean, not that I was expecting that would change overnight or anything, but, other news last night, my supervisor from Woodford's, stopped in to see my little kiddo's, mom, and she shared the news with her. Apparently, mom was very nonchalant, and, hopefully all will go okay there. I don't know. I don't think that she's shared anything with the kiddo yet. I'm trying to, in a roundabout way, remind him to call me Jules. Not that he knows that he needs to call me Jules. I just, said something today about, well, Jules thinks, and he doesn't question that. The behavioral analyst the other day had used Jules as well. So I'm kind of quietly planning that name in his vocabulary so that maybe it'll be less confusing for him. And I really don't see that it's going to be a big issue, but you know, time will tell. As of right now, everything's good with that. With summer coming sadly to an end at some point, my whole work schedule is going to be changing because of the kiddos having different needs, and because my older kiddo, I'm not going to be able to work with him long term because of the mom being uncomfortable or whatever is going on there. That means that things are going to be changing, and change isn't always necessarily bad, but it gives me a lot more anxiety. And I've just been having a lot of ups and downs. I know I say this a lot, but it's just the norm for me lately. Trying to hang in there, trying to be as positive as I can. I think I have some people fooled on some levels. Well, my kiddo boss last night told me that she thought I was a very positive person, and I just laughed and I told her I had her fooled. You know, I can kind of go from positive to negative in 2.2 seconds. Anyway, I guess there's not really anything of huge substance right now that I need to discuss. Just know that I might not be posting as many videos for a little bit. I'm not sure. It just depends on what I have to say or if I feel up to it. You never know. But I think it's going to be a quiet night in tonight. I don't think I'm going to go out anywhere. I'm pretty broke and I need to try to save my pennies for bills and for my upcoming New York trip. So, alright guys, have a great evening and have a great weekend. Peace out.